losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hey guys, how you going? Sorry I've been off for so long, but I had a chain reaction happening. I hurt my neck, which sent headaches going, and then, oh, my stomach went too. And my cat just attacked me because I'm trying to hold her back. Oh my goodness. How you going, Shannon? Randy, how you going? Dee-Lee, how you going? Who else have we got? Sheila, how you going? Carl, how you going? Did I say? I said Dee-Lee. Sherry, how you going? Zena, how you going? Okay, there's a lot going on. I always take time off at the wrong time. So, yeah, that's what I've done again. We've got Nikki Haley's apparently stepped out of the race now. You've got Fannie Willis. She's just failing. It's all coming apart for her. Okay, and we have, so hang on one second. Maria, how you going? Mouse of Doom, how you going? Okay, let's get into some things here. And then we'll go over to Rumble. Because I've got more news. I don't know what I can talk about here, so if I could get it all on here and then upload the video onto Rumble, I'd probably do that. Okay, the Internet Hall of Fame. Oh, dear God, does she know? Do you know what this is? If you ever have this happen to your hair, get out of the area. It is fully charged with electricity, and if there's clouds in the sky, there is a chance you might get hit by lightning. I don't know. Let's have a look, see what we can hear in this thing. I don't know if there's any sound at all, but I need more context of what she's pointing at.
What is going on, Mami? Apunta para allá. Apunta. Oh my God! What is it? What is going?
The area is charged with electricity. That's why her hair is standing up on end. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the video of the young guy taken just before he got struck by lightning. This is what his hair looked like. Beware, if your hair ever does that, get out of the area quickly. Malcolm Roberts here in Australia said, why are we allowing foreign buyers to purchase any houses at all when Australians don't have a roof over their head? Ban foreign ownership now. Housing crisis. Chinese buyer outbids locals by $1 million for luxury Gold Coast home, and that's what happens all over the place. the area where I grew up in is mainly Asian now. And you know what they do? The house up the street from my parents' house, the Chinese bought it, renovated it, built it all up, not really nice, and then had all these Chinese people staying in separate rooms. Like they had 8 different rooms and all these Chinese people living in these rooms, sharing this house. And the owners were actually living out the back in the granny flat and renting their house out to China. I don't even know if these people were legal. Who knows? And the whole street had reported them to the council because of the noise. They were making noise at all times of the night and day. Cars everywhere in the street, so no one else could park their own car on the street. It's crazy. But the council don't do anything about it. Figgin said, what's going on there? Okay, there's something weird going on in this video. Is this normal? Let's have a look. Okay, is it normal for fish to beach themselves? If not, there's something happening in the ocean, I'll tell you that much. John Goddard said, I don't want the government raising my children. I don't want the government dictating what I eat. I don't want the government to be my landlord. I don't want the government acting as the arbiter of truth. I don't want the government to have a record of all my transactions. I don't want the government to control what I see on social media. I don't want the government to collude with corporations. I don't want the government tracking me 24 hours a day. I don't want the government to fund wars with my money. I don't want the government to own the news networks. I don't want the government filming me in the streets. I don't want the government telling me which car to drive. I don't want the government interfering in private markets. I don't want the government telling me how to run my business. I don't want the government taxing me every time I move or breathe. You know what? That's what the carbon tax is. It's your breathing tax. I used to wonder how they'd tax the air. Now I know. Leading report said, breaking, Iowa House of Representatives has passed a bill that would eliminate ballot drop boxes, ban ranked choice voting, and create a voter registration database program to verify the state's 2.2 million voters. Pretty good thing. Yep, eliminate those drop boxes. Now this one, not everyone's going to agree with this, because a lot of people believe George Pell was what they said he was. Josephine Cashman said, as George Pell, Bill Shorten's victim, and I, we all share something in common. Louise Milligan went after us for being truthful. Again, I speak from personal experience. It's been an honour to help secure some of the highest sentences for essays on children and adults in this country. I confirm that Milligan reports is a disgusting fraud. Louise Milligan is a propagandist. This repulsive psychopath, on the one hand, degraded Bill Shorten's rape victim. Then on the other hand, she flies to Rome to meet with the intelligence control Vatican Bank to do a hit job on George Pell, in a case against him where witnesses are paid from Rome. Why did Milligan spend 2 days in Rome to meet with the crooked Vatican Bank before publishing her book? And by the way, George Pell was investigating the Vatican Bank when they accused him of this. You've got to understand what's going on here. Milligan is such a repulsive crook. She conspired to go after Pell to protect a massive crime syndicate responsible for the death of millions. Milligan went out of her way to protect those funneling the proceeds of a blooming international crime syndicate. As a result, we are seeing the exploitation, sexual abuse and torture of children at a scale we have never seen before in human history, with illicit drug crime and driving endless wars, destroying families and communities. All this is to fund terrorism through Operation Gladio, where they used the proceeds of drugs to fund Nazi fascists to set up terrorism cells across the world. This is where Islamic terrorism was born, all funded by the dirty drug money cleaned at the Vatican Bank. Why was about $600,000 transferred to Louise Milligan's almost bankrupt publisher to do a hit job on Pell to protect the most putrid ruling class criminals? Milligan is the worst type of human. Hello. She tried to. Don't point your bum at the camera, please. Please, please, don't do that. Look, yep, have some modesty at least. Come on. Milligan is the worst type of human. She tried to entrap me after tormenting Bill Shorten's victim, Kathy Sheriff. Now, Bill Shorten is one of our Labor politicians here in Australia, and he apparently attacked this person, Kathy Sheriff. Upset a support person for Kathy called Milligan out on her behaviour in an online post, saying words to the effect, "How would you like to be attacked like that? Meaning you're a disgusting human, Louise Milligan, for calling a child sexual assault victim to laugh at her over the phone, with a number of your colleagues participating in the background." After the humiliating call with Milligan and her degenerates, Kathy placed her soft porcelain-coloured hands over her head. Her thick golden curls lay over her hands as she cried and cried, on her own, in a small dark room. She questioned whether justice was possible in the land down under. So Kathy's support person was a young man who lived with his parents, leapt to Kathy's defence. Milligan tried to ruin his life. Louise took out an apprehended violence order against him for her protection. How could we believe Milligan was fearful? It's preposterous when she protects the worst criminal network in human history. Louise dehumanised a child sexual assault victim, and then she went after Kathy's support person to isolate her, so Kathy would feel no one would defend her. They want her to give up. After the story broke, Shorten's personal lawyer, Mark Liebler, threatened all the networks. What are you doing? In any case, the Big Lie media has devoted too little time to covering Kathy's horrific experience. She was groomed for 18 months, then raped by Bill Shorten, who she thought was her friend, allegedly, apparently, at a young Labor camp where left and right of the party came together for the first time. Bill orchestrated this by cultivating Kathy. The motivation was to control the Labor Party. As a 14-year-old, Kathy was a star in the making. With the fastest growing young Labor Party branch, she was a left-winger on the left of the party. To control Labor, Bill Shorten was tasked with infiltrating the left. This is why he called Kathy every day for 18 months, to get her trust and gather the intelligence needed to destroy Labor from within. As an agent of Operation Gladio, Bill Shorten succeeded. His ruling class handlers control Labor. In fact, they compromised and overthrew our parliament. There is no longer a left and right. Only a fifth column is operating. I have lived in Aboriginal communities all my life. I'm an insider whistleblower. I've always been aware of a raging, malevolent undercurrent of hate by the ruling class determined to undermine us. I saw it with my own eyes, when a quite close-knit, loving Aboriginal community turned into a war zone caused by government-funded crooks. In an act of pre-planned chaos, the same pattern is seen across the country in Aboriginal communities. They create the problems for their pre-planned solutions. It is for this reason I left this small, remote Aboriginal community with my infant son, to study law and journalism for the sole motivation to uncover who is responsible for the endless sabotage of Australia that is being perpetrated for their hidden agenda. There should have been a comma there, not a full stop. After more than 20 years of hard work, I know this is also part of Operation Gladio's silent war on us. I uncovered, UN, the worldwide agenda to eliminate home ownership by using Indigenous as a scapegoat device. After which Bill Shorten had a go at me in a ruling class paper, using an inference to accuse me of being a Nazi, because they always call you what they are. What a pathetic joke Shorten is. It doesn't even make sense considering my background. He's a repulsive crook whose sandcastle of lies is crumbling. The attacks came thick and fast. Then they sent in Louise Milligan, who was instructed to go after me to entrap me. Louise Milligan, in an online message, introduced herself as Kathy Sheriff's support person. She used the AVO she took out for her protection as a means of verifying her fake identity. Then she gave me the phone number of one of her ABC colleagues to verify her phony identity. I was suspicious immediately. The Big Lie media had already attempted to set me up once. I was determined it would never happen again. I could not allow them to undermine my credibility with this type of exposure. Too many lives were at stake. To be honest, it's been horrific. However, I also kept my word. I promised elders more than 20 years ago that I would stop these people from harming everyone by getting to the bottom of it, to expose the traitors. There is no better way to understand what happened to Bill Shorten's rape charges than to read the book Operation Gladio, The Unholy Alliance, which contains 2,000 footnotes. It helps to understand how the same government, in a clear abuse of power, just tossed out Bill Shorten's charges, along with 1,700 pages of police evidence, while at the same time they went after George Pell with a weak case where witnesses were paid from Rome. They went after George Pell as he tried to expose the financial criminality at the Vatican. They protected Bill Shorten as he was part of an 80-year war of infiltration against the West in Operation Gladio. Again, Operation Gladio has facilitated a drug epidemic, the endless wars Nazi war criminals employed to enact a pre-planned covert terrorism as part of a silent 80-year war waged against everyday people. This is the fifth column for the West, for their new world order. Expose the traitors, fight together, not each other. So Paul L. Williams, Operation Gladio, was a new epilogue by the author, The Unholy Alliance Between the Vatican, the CIA and the Mafia. And Pelosi's part of that mafia. Allegedly, apparently. Sanchez says, I think Australia is doing it wrong. I like this guy. I don't know who he is, but I really like this guy. Okay, let's go. Let me just make sure I'll check the volume as I play it.
Oi, what's that? 1,301, 1,000... Oh, yeah, I'm just counting the money that the government here in Alaska just gave me. What, you lost your job? No, it's oil money. What is that? Well, because I live in Alaska and Alaska has lots of oil. When the oil companies take the oil and sell it and make a profit, all the residents of Alaska get a dividend. An oil dividend. Whoa, that is awesome. What are you doing now? Oh, sorry, now I'm just counting my son's oil money. He gets money too? Well, he owns the oil just as much as every other Alaskan resident. Oh, yeah, I guess. Oh, hey, I mean, talk about the lucky country. You've got every mineral under the sun in the ground there. You must be getting so many mining dividends. No. A coal dividend? Nah. Gas dividend? Nope. Uranium dividend? Nah. Lithium dividend? Nope. Well, you exported just as much oil as we did, and you're telling me you don't get an oil dividend? No. Actually, I think we subsidize our fossil fuel companies more than they pay us in royalties. What? Come on. Oh, hang on. You pay them to take your resources so that they can make billions of dollars. And you're not getting a dividend. Don't have to laugh. You're getting scammed, bro. Yeah, okay, I guess we're not as progressive as you guys. What'd you call me? I voted for Trump.
Oh,
Oi, what's that?
good on him. Oh, he's excellent, seriously. I like that. Okay, Wyatt said when Trump enacted DNA testing at the border for adults presenting with children at the southern border, it was found 1/3 of those children were being trafficked. Joe Biden stopped the DNA testing. Of course he did. Davis said, what has she achieved? Anthony Albanese said, congratulations to Penny Wong on becoming the longest serving female cabinet minister in Australia's history. You know, she actually has achieved a lot for the Chinese. That's my thought, just my opinion. Excuse me 1 second, guys. I had to burp, sorry. If you heard that, I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. Bearded Navy Goat said, amazing how the left can be racist as F and no one says a word. Also 9-0, bitch. What? Keith Oberman? Oh, no way. He said he ran into Clarence Thomas at the zoo this morning and he posted this. And they tell us we're racist? Oh my God. No way. That's disgusting. Lying dog-faced pony soldier said this man needs a medal, not a effing conviction. Elbows break and enter all the time and it needs to stop. All those saying they're just kids having a swim, fuck off. It's his house, not theirs. Apparently, the bunch of kids broke into this guy's house and decided to go swimming in his pool. And he cable-tied the 3 children. I'm sorry. Children allegedly cable-tied by tradie on Tuesday. The man has been charged. Oh, the poor bloke. The tradesman who allegedly cable-tied 3 Aboriginal children after they swam in his parents' backyard pool said he took drastic action because they targeted the home 6 times. Shocking footage posted to Facebook show a girl, 6, and boys, 7 and 8, in tears with their hands tied together outside a home in Broome, Western Australia, on Tuesday afternoon. Daily Mail Australia can reveal air conditioning installation boss Matt Radlick, also known as Matej Ratlish, is a tradesman at the centre of the viral video filmed in the suburb of Cable Beach. The 45-year-old was charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault by Western Australian police on Wednesday. He'll face court on March 25th. In new video footage obtained exclusively by Daily Mail Australia, Radlick can be heard complaining to the person recording him, "They're on my property. It's not the first time. 6 times this has happened. Look, seriously, it's your property." This is what's going to happen. The Aboriginal people are just going to come in and claim it as theirs. They're allowed to do this. They're allowed to do that. It's still trespassing. Unless you ask the Labor government. Regional WA Acting Assistant Commissioner Rod Wild said a neighbour called police at 1:35 p.m. on Tuesday after noticing the children swimming in an unoccupied pool. There's another thing. It's a bit dangerous, isn't it? Young children swimming in a pool. Well, never used to be. We never used to have fences around pools years ago. All of a sudden now we do. Like helmets when you're riding a bicycle. I don't know whose side I'm on here. No, I'm on the guy's side because it's his property. And you shouldn't do that. About 10 minutes later, the police received a call from a male person who allegedly said he'd restrained 3 children for causing damage in that backyard. Okay. A woman who's related to the little girl and the 7-year-old boy live streamed the shocking ordeal and said the tradie refused to let them go. Yeah, till the police get there. When we tried to walk in there to get them, he pushed me and my mum out of the yard. He told Western Australia, yeah, well, no more. There's enough of them in the yard at the moment. When we pulled up there and when that man was pushing me out the gate, the little 8-year-old boy snapped the cable ties with his hands and he just jumped over the fence and ran down the road. It was just upsetting. I was so angry with the tradie just shouting at him, telling him to let them go, but he didn't want to listen to us. Of course, she said one of the kids also claimed the man told them he was going to hit them with a big stick. A man won't normally tell you he's going to hit you with a big stick. He'll just say, I'll hit you, and then he may have a big stick. But that sounds made up. St John's ambulance paramedics assessed the children. What for? Cable ties on their hands? In other words, there's nothing wrong with them because they've been reunited with their family. And the guy was taken into custody and interviewed. His company's website has been taken offline after it was bombarded by 1-star Google reviews in the wake of the accident. That's the left. That's the left. Getting all tribal and going and cancelling someone. Daily Mail Australia understands the home where the alleged incident occurred was put up for sale recently and he's trying to sell it too. And then he's got people swimming in the pool. great if you turn up to sell, like the real estate turns up to sell your home and there's Aboriginal people swimming in your pool. Most people probably won't buy the home. Conservative brief said breaking bombshell news out of Georgia. During a Georgia Senate hearing, attorney Ashley Merchant disclosed White House records showing that Georgia DA Fani Willis had met with Vice President Kamala Harris on February 28, 2023, shortly before bringing charges against Donald Trump for election interference. RT, if you feel the Biden administration may have had a hand in charges brought, I think most of us do know that's what happened. Elon said, just to be super clear, I'm not donating money to either candidate for US president. Just so you know, he's going to stay impartial, apparently. Do you want to go out or something, sweetie? I'm just sitting there looking at my candle. Respect Australian national mate said, here we go again. Higgins was rushed to hospital in Perth Tuesday evening. The lady who accused a man of raping her when there's no evidence. The former Liberal staff member was treated at Royal Perth Hospital at 11 p.m. on Tuesday night, the West Australia reported. Miss Higgins' hospital visit came just hours after a 9-long meditation session at the WA Supreme Court with her former boss, Senator Linda Reynolds, failed. She reportedly spent several hours in the emergency department but was not admitted into a hospital ward. Read more. The day Brittany disappeared, ex-political staffer was found wandering alone in the rain by police and was hospitalised on mental health grounds. Maybe her lies are falling apart and she's suffering mental health from it. While it's unclear why she attended hospital on this occasion, Miss Higgins previously spent 5 days in a mental health clinic during the first trial of her accused rapist. So the trials are a bit stressful for her, I'm assuming. She was admitted to a clinic after being found walking the streets of Canberra alone in the rain in October 2022. She then returned to the courtroom to complete her cross-examination. The details can only be reported after the lifting of a Supreme Court suppression order following the decision to abandon a second trial of her alleged rapist. On Wednesday morning, Daily Mail Australia revealed a planned conference between Mrs. Higgins and her partner, Mr. Shiraz, and Senator Reynolds' schedule later that day had been sensationally scrapped. Sounds like she's a bit nervous. To me. Probably realising she's about to be poor again. I think so. She just got given nearly $3 million. Okay, one sec, guys. Do you want to go out? Do you? Sorry about that. Oh, she's knocking things off the table and I had to grab something. Okay. Lady, now she moves. Watch my cup of tea. I don't want you to spill my cup of tea because it'll fall on the keyboard. It's a dangerous place to have the cup of tea. Now I've got cat hair in my mouth. Okay, leading report. Breaking US District Court for the District of North Dakota has determined that the Biden administration cannot require that religious organisations and healthcare providers cover an array of gender-related treatments, including surgeries, counselling, and hormone therapies. That's a win. Don't mind me. I've got a new toy. It's a vape. Okay, Clown World said bring back insane asylums. Oh no. Let's have a listen. Do we have to? Oh my God.
You guys, I took a pregnancy test. I thought something looked a little suspicious, but yeah, I took a pregnancy test and it was positive. I've been on hormones for around 3 years and I knew that this was going to be able to eventually happen and I'm super happy.
Super happy? I think it's gas. I think they need to go to the bathroom. Either that or they're having an allergic reaction to some of the, what do you call them? Hormones they're getting. Oh, yeah, it is working. It's working. Bo said, no, he didn't. It was me. Oh, Bo said, militant Islamists are forcibly converting Christians in Amhara, Ethiopia. Those that don't convert are raped or murdered or both. There are concentration camps in Ethiopia full of Christians and other tribes. I'm sure you all heard about it on Al Jazeera and BBC. Give me one sec, guys. I'm so sorry. Now, oh, no, Bella. Okay. Where was I up to? Yeah, I'm sure you heard all about it on Al Jazeera and the BBC. Don't go near my cuppa. This is just not working for me this morning, is it? I mean, therefore I am, said HBCU students boozing and dancing to degenerate music of sexy red at Kamala Harris. I don't know, at Kamala Harris. I didn't know there was a place called Kamala Harris. If this is a celebration of black excellence, black folks need to find better role models. So without playing the music... Oh, at Kamala Harris's place? I don't know. Okay, won't play the music, but we'll just let's watch. I don't know what I'm seeing here. Hang on.
Our nation needs you, and I look forward to your continuing leadership. Welcome to the house party at VP.
Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. Anyway, but that was ruined because I couldn't listen to it. But there you go. It's YouTube for you. Wall Street Silver. By the way, vaping is supposed to be better for you. Okay? Wall Street Silver said we're not respected anywhere anymore. We've become a joke as a country. We do not have freedom. We have the most corrupt press anywhere. These people are corrupt. And let's just listen to him say it. How's that? I'd rather listen to him say it.
We're not respected anywhere anymore. We're laughed at. We've become a joke as a country. For years, you've watched as the entire Washington cesspool has been feeding on the wealth and hopes and dreams of hardworking Americans, really hardworking Americans. They've feasted on the profits of job-killing trade deals. They've gorged themselves on the spoils of endless wars. And now what they crave, they want it so badly, is permanent political power and dominance for whatever reason. They're sickos, that's why. In 2016, we gave these corrupt insiders their chance to change, and with Biden, they answered with hoaxes and witch hunts, censorship, lockdowns, and with total repression. 8 years later, the swamp has rejected your righteous pleas to reform, and we have to do this, and we're going to reform, and we're going to have freedom again. We're going to have freedom again. We do not have freedom, and we have the most corrupt press anywhere. These people are corrupt. They are corrupt. Not all of them, about 92%. ABC, CBS, NBC. I mean, it's so, I don't even talk about CNN because nobody watches them anymore. MSDNC, MSDNC is horrible, horrible. You know, they're all doing badly, and they're doing badly because they're fake news.
There you go.
We're not respected anywhere anymore.
Tim Young said, just a reminder that Biden wants to secure the border so badly that he sued Texas to stop the state from securing the border. Ooh, okay, Gunther Eagleman was replying to Adam Schiff and Steve Garvey. Democrat Adam Schiff's longtime friend and supporter Ed Buck sentenced to 30 years in prison for killing and drugging young black men. I bet Steve Garvey isn't friends with Ed Buck. Why is he friends with Adam Schiff? Oh, God. His opponent, Steve Garvey, went from playing first base to playing politics in far. Oh, he's having a go at Steve Garvey, okay. Yeah, I bet Steve Garvey isn't friends with Ed Buck, but yet Adam Schiff is. Paul Golding said there's not a single church in the whole of Saudi Arabia, but the mayor of London is a Muslim. Let that sink in. Look, we are not allowed to go over to their country and build churches. And yet they come over to our countries and we have Muslims and Indian temples and things all over the place. It's actually not very nice, actually. Because it doesn't seem like Australia. Australia was churches and parks and buildings and things. Now we've got these weird things all over the place. And little suburbs that you can't go into. Well, you can, but you'll probably get things thrown at you or beaten up or worse if you're a woman. Craig Kelly said, oh, stop biting me. Oh. Craig Kelly said he was always miles out of his depth. Oz Integrity said Break and Queensland Premier Stephen J. Miles is accused of lying to Parliament over sending secret text messages. Then again, in RTI response, resign. The Premier stood up in Parliament to deny the claims, but the explosive evidence confirms he lied. What was the explosive evidence?
Good evening. Tonight, in a major 9 News exclusive, Stephen Miles stands accused of lying to Parliament over the sending of secret text messages.
The Premier stood up in Parliament to deny the claims, but now 9 News can reveal an explosive photo telling a very different story.
It's the text message Stephen Miles has always denied sending, but now sees him accused of lying to Parliament in his first sitting as Premier.
Can the Premier confirm he did not send an SMS to the member for Palmerston between 10 a.m. and 11:30?
I thank the member for Burleigh. I can.
But this photo sent to 9 News by an MP shows a text message on the phone of member for Palmerston Ali King at 10:44 a.m. It appears to be sent from a Stephen, whose photo bears a striking likeness to Stephen Miles. It's what the MP claims is a smoking gun. The message was sent during another integrity controversy in October last year, after Ali King told prospective Queensland Health employees they could send their resumes to her office.
I think the member would also probably agree that it was probably not appropriate.
Look, I've got the solution for all this. Throw a lot of them out. Throw them all out. Seriously, start again. It's disgusting. But it has to play out for the Australian people because a lot of them are sleeping still. Libs of TikTok said, would you hire this person if they showed up to an interview like this? No, straight away.
And you go, here is the update on the interview I just had. So I walk in and this older guy is at a desk and he looks me up and down and I go, hi, I'm, full name. I'm here for the interview. And he goes, your full name? And I go, yep, that's me. He seemed a little disappointed for some reason, but I was trying to keep it cheerful and, see if I still have my chance, I guess. But no, it turns out all of a sudden he actually hired someone and had this whole elaborate backstory for this person that he supposedly just hired and is giving a try. But if that elaborate, totally real person doesn't work out, guess who's getting a call? That's right, me. I'm the second choice. That's totally gonna happen when this very real person doesn't work out. And you go, here is the update on the interview I just had.
Does this person, are these piercings affecting, their eyes? Watch this. Just watch. The eyes. Oh, one after the other. This one blinks first, then this one. I don't know. But you see this thing on the nose here? It makes me want to put a chain on there and lead them around by the nose. I don't know why, but like a cow. One. I don't know. It's just how I see it. Okay, Andy, no, this was on the 4th of March, a few days ago, Washington, D.C. I think it's important that we raise the call we've been raising since October the 7th. At the Millions March for Palestine, direct action outside the Israeli embassy. The crowd celebrates the mass terrorist attacks. There you go. Don't bring things to other countries. Seriously, you just don't do it. But that's what they're doing. Transforming the West. Okay, Peppy Foghorn said unappreciated patriot. He's got a set on him. Hey, stop biting me. What are you doing? Aussie Bot said no, Labor and Liberal are the same party have been for decades. Let's have a listen. This is Clive Palmer.
In the House of Reps like I have, you realise it's just a theatre. The Labor and Liberal guys go out for dinner every Friday night together, and the deal is that you scratch my back while you're in government and I'll scratch yours and stuff the people. That's what it's all about, really. And when you're sitting in the House of Representatives, you've got the Speaker, you've got a box on your left and a box on your right which have unelected people in. You don't know who they are. They're faceless people, but they run the country. There's 12 of them from the Labor Party, 12 from the Liberal Party, and they write the speeches for the parliamentarians. They're handed over and they read the word verbatim. And if they don't, they get thrown out of their party. They lose their endorsement. They don't represent you, but that's what happens. But I was an independent member of the House of Representatives. You're not supposed to have them. I was actually an Australian. And I used to ask a question. They allowed me to ask a question once every 14 days. But I wasn't allowed to have an apparatchik to sit in the box to tell me what I should do. I could say what I wanted. And every time I said something, they cringed. And every time I did anything for this country, they went out to malign me. The Liberal Party, the Labor Party, the media, the whole lot. Because the whole lot are in it together. And only now are the Australian people realising what I was saying in 2013 was right. Only now are they understanding as their life gets worse, as their country loses its moral fabric, that we have to do something about this.
Yep. He has been saying for a long time. And he is right. Like him or hate him, he is right. Avi Amini said, wait till she finds out what they do to brave queer Palestinians in Gaza. Let's have a look what she's saying. Oh, dear God. Remember Uncle Buck, the movie? Where he throws the coin at the teacher and says, get a rat to gnaw that thing off your face. Oh.
I am fucking livid right now. At the last rally in Vancouver in the pouring rain, thousands of people were marching for Palestine. And a brave, queer Palestinian stood up and spoke to the crowd. And as this person was speaking, pouring out their heart, their soul, their pain, and their demands, tell me why the fuck I could visibly see Muslims in the crowd becoming uncomfortable and unhappy with the fact that a queer person was speaking. And tell me why the fuck I saw specific aunties going around asking volunteers why this person was speaking, and I think asking them to stop them from speaking. Queer Palestinians are being slaughtered at the same rate as the rest of the Palestinians in Gaza. So how dare you make this about one specific group? It's free all of Palestine.
I dare them to go back there. The Palestinian queer people. Do you think it'd work out well for them? Okay, LBRY said, build back better. Trademark, clowns, socialism, death cult, late empire. In crisis, 4 states hit as major building company collapses here in Australia. There you go. Recipe for disaster. Australia faces housing crisis amid surge in migration and decline in building approvals, and now 4 states hit as major building company collapses. The Conservatives say, okay, this USA bullshit has now hit our shores, as it always does. A big fuck you to every politician that enabled this. Expect these incidents to increase. Lisa said, if this was my daughter being attacked like this, I'd go to jail for her, and I can't show it. It's violent. So there you go. But it is 3 black girls attacking a white girl. Imagine if that was the other way around. You know? Andy Lee said, a special rebel reporter. Okay. Reporter? There are no records of a non-profit called Pale Sign with the Canada Revenue Agency. Searches using their business numbers don't yield results either. So who is behind this pro-Hamas non-profit? Where is their CRA charity data and financials? Because they're apparently... what's going on here? It's heinous hate crime. I don't want to... Okay, this page doesn't exist. Okay, well, there are no records of this non-profit called Pale Sign in Canada with the Canada Revenue Agency. Their business number doesn't yield results, and no one knows who's behind this pro-Hamas non-profit. It's probably the government. Brandon Taylor Moore, the brother of Barack Obama, Malik Obama, dropped documents proving that Obama was born in Nairobi, Kenya in 1959. This is his passport. If you want to take a screenshot and make it bigger, Mr. Barack Hussein Obama. Colony and Protectorate of Kenya, Nairobi. There you go. The passport and the... This is what... well, Wikipedia. Do you really trust Wikipedia? Come on, man. No, it's not helpful. Sources are unreliable. Incorrect information. Not needed, and harassment, because I'm sick of these fucking things. Sorry. Anyway. He could be 2 years older. Queen Petty Lex said, I'm madder than hot fish grease. Wow. I went to a Trump rally to record content and to experience for myself what it's like to go to one. How ironic is it that the media for years have portrayed his rallies to be racist, and you finally get to go to one and experience the opposite as a black woman. Then you get to social media and post your effing experience and get banned. Permanently banned. They so badly want us to believe this man wants to dictate us, but they are dictating us. Then they wonder why he has so many of our support. They are lying, fraudulent, manipulating, demonic assholes. I thought America was the land where people could have freedom of speech and religion, so forth. I'm so confused. I thought people could not discriminate against us based on our political views. Or are apps like TikTok protected because it's private, and then they can ban us for no reason? Why doesn't this law apply to TikTok and other social media apps? I reckon they should just stop deleting people and censoring people and let everyone talk. And that's not even really the right wing, like, if it was really, we were extreme on the right wing, then we'd be telling them, cancel them. But we're not. We're just saying, let everyone talk. Ryan Gerriston said Trudeau's entire campaign was spent shilling for Big Pharma. Here he is, spreading misinformation, asking people to go door to door and push the facts on their neighbours. Madness. I don't want to hear it. I hope you don't either. I don't like the man. I really have this distaste for the man. Son of a bench said, how do you push climate change? You stop recording data. Saskatchewan has just had a record or near record 24-hour snowfall. But Environment Canada stopped measuring snow amounts in the city, so no one will ever know how much snow officially fell. Someone get a ruler or a tape measure out and go and measure it yourself. I don't know, can you still get those, here in Australia, we've got these little tiny, really cheap weather stations, but they're only temperature and rainfall. And it's an old style thermometer. And it's got a cup in it about that big to measure rainfall. And I'm wondering if you could do that with snow. Or would it melt before you get to measure it? Because snow melts down quite a bit. Or just stick a metal ruler in the ground. Bogan Zen said, is it time yet? XCOM. Oh, no. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. The 14-year-old's been attacked by 5 other girls. Sorry, 5. At Altona Pier with someone filming it, and I'm not going to show it, and it's all blurred out anyway, which is a good thing, because it's disturbing. Camus said, if you think this is destroying the planet, and this is saving the planet, you might just be an idiot. Seriously. Hang on 1 second, I'm going to cough. I'm going to mute myself. Okay. Leading reports said, breaking. Legal experts suggest Judge Scott McAfee has given a strong indication he's planning to disqualify Fulton County DA Fannie Willis from a case against former President Donald Trump, pointing out that if McAfee was planning to allow Willis to stay in the case, his decision would come much sooner. Is she already out? Hang on. Oh, breaking, hang on. Ann Vandersteel said, breaking, collapse imminent. It's begun, the reset. Effective March 26, 2020, the Federal Reserve Board reduced reserve requirement ratios on all net transaction accounts to 0%, eliminating reserve requirements for all depository institutions. In spring 2023, the banking collapse started with smaller regional banks. In spring 2024, the next wave of banking collapse will continue. November 2023, the CEOs of Bank of America, Wells Fargo and JP Morgan told Congress they could not go from 0% reserves to be held to a 3% reserve balance. The current deposit-to-loan ratios means the banks cannot sustain any type of run on the banks. When the people realise what is happening, there will be a run on the banks. Effective March 11th. There will be no more money to loan out, and the Fed will pick and choose who gets to loan out money. They're already doing that here in... Well, the banks are being very picky about who they loan money to. Congress passed the bail-in provision in 2010 Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act, which allows the banks to confiscate assets. The bail-in relief was legalised in the US following the 2007-2008 financial crisis, in which banks deemed too big to fail were bailed out by the US government. The specific section of Dodd-Frank that deals with bail-ins is Title II Orderly Liquidation Authority, OLA. 401ks, retirement accounts. Currently there are $27 trillion in retirement accounts. That's who's exposed. People with cash positions in banks will have their money taken. The banks have already started this by limiting how much money you can take out, transfer on Zelle or move in general. What does this mean? This will be the demise of the middle class, leading to recession and then depression. People will be left with nothing if they do not diversify their cash into paying off loans, buying gold, silver, crypto or other hard assets. Potential. This could keep Trump from winning the White House. In a bank collapse, the government could institute martial law, shut the banks and ration your access to money. The loss already sustained in 2020 is worse than what happened in 2008. The stock market manipulation, coupled with the massive money printing and inflation, has done a better job of masking the incoming collapse. And collapse is coming. Worldwide markets, Hong Kong, Japan, S&P, Dow, all-time highs. Why? BlackRock and Vanguard control trillions in assets, and they are manipulating those stocks with sustained earnings and rotating out any stocks that can't perform and rotating in AI stocks into S&P 500 and other exchanges, allegedly, apparently. Result, the stock markets will hang in there, but the banks and the dollar will collapse. Cryptos are going crazy and will allow purchasing stocks with crypto. And as BRICS comes more online, you're going to see the transfer to asset-backed transactions, like the new ABAXX exchange will facilitate in LNG and battery metals. What is the hedge against inflation? With the last month in the crypto market, you can't ignore that crypto, gold and silver are the hedge against inflation. Warning, keep cash in banks is not safe nor a smart play. Putin has his take on the US dollar too. I'm sure he does. I won't play that, but there you go. I'm going to have to wrap this up soon, guys. I have the phone call that I got earlier, I believe, didn't sound good. It was my daughter. I'm going to have to ring her back. Joe Rambo said, I make posts like this for a reason. Expand your mind. Another proof that you should question everything. Why would Robbie Parker... Oh. Okay, that is one I'm going to have to do on Rumble. Joe Rambo said, you've got to be kidding me. Joe is literally declassing himself. The Daily said, did you just admit Jews don't affect your home if the roof is painted blue? Let's have a listen.
Because if you fly over these areas that are burned to the ground, you'll see in the midst of 20 homes that are just totally destroyed, one home sitting there because it had the right roof on it. And anyway, since I took office, FEMA's provided Texas a loan because if you fly over these areas...
What do you reckon? Okay, let's go just quickly over to... Just want to have a look at the Gateway Pundit. See if there's... Because I'm sure there's stuff I've missed. Nikki Haley suspends campaign, vows to promote Ukraine, refuses to endorse Trump, calls on Trump to court her voters. Georgia State Senate Special Committee investigating Fulton County DA Fannie Willis to look at Terrence Bradley text messages and hear testimony from Michael Roman's attorney at 9 a.m. Trump Super Tuesday, victory speech, Joe Biden's worst president in the history of our country. Yeah, did you see that? Looks good. Watch, O'Keefe investigates illegal immigrant compound at Ramada Hotel in San Diego. Security guards nearly attack him with pepper spray for exposing chain and human smuggling operation. Biden challenger ends campaign, backs Biden after Super Tuesday struggle. This will blow you away. Batya Younger Sargon, a liberal from New York, explains the MAGA philosophy like no one else. Brilliant. Thugs beat and stomp a helpless Illinois high school student in unconsciousness. Parents reveal the steps the school took to cover up the assault. Wow. Military State Governor Hochul to deploy National Guard to combat New York City subway crime. My Pillow ad. Watch massive general strikes. Takes Polish farmers to Warsaw. Clashes with riot police. Globalist Tusk government and EU Commission cave. Will regulate cheap Ukrainian grain. Showdown. Supreme Court will hear Trump impunity argument on April the 25th. These things are going to all fall apart. And this lady here, Democrat Dalton, Illinois mayor, vetoes resolution to investigate her own corruption of misusing funds for lavish trips. $1 million security detail. Mayor previously came under fire for shutting down businesses that don't donate to her. That's Tiffany, what's her name? Tiffany Henyard. Yep, that's it. Crazy. Corrupt. Breaking another regional bank in trouble. There, see? Take your money out. Which reminds me, I've got to go and take what little I got out. Texas mega blowout. Brendan Gill wins decisively in Texas District 26 despite millions spent against him by deep state dark money groups. MSDNC's Joy Reid claims Republicans are voting to drive all the blacks out of the colleges. No, they're not. I was watching something this morning, right? And this young man was questioning young people at university, college, whatever you call it, about diversity. Should there be diversity in college? Yes. Yes. And then they asked, should there be diversity in sport? And they showed them what diversity would look like, and then they showed them the sports team. I think it was basketball. They were all black men on the basketball team. And they said, do you think this diversity thing, which had white, Asian, Hispanic, and black, do you think they should apply to that? And they all said, no, because it's who's the best at the job, doing it, We want to win. And then the young man turned it back on them and said, well, then do you think that diversity should be everywhere, you know, with this percentage of these people and this percentage. And they said, no, rethinking that. So this young man got them to rethink what they had thought about, like, yes, diversity in the colleges, but it doesn't mean skin colour either. Diversity could be a diverse range of ideas. They don't like right-wing people in colleges. And that's what's needed, I think. Doesn't matter what colour you are. Yep, foreign invasion still going on here. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there for today, but I will be back tomorrow, but I'm going to just read some comments first. Okay, where are we? How far back can we go? Odysee said, "Hey, Hev, you've been missed." Oh, God love you. Randy's busy working. Sheila said, "Hello, Hev and everyone. Lots of interesting happenings in Canada going on with the PM." Ooh, is there? What's going on with the PM? Zena said, "Oh, wow, guys, what a surprise. Hi, everyone." Maria said, "For a long time, no Hev, dry." How you going, Mouse of Doom? Looked like a hair-raising experience, didn't it? Yeah. Darren said, "Good evening, welcome back, Hev." Thank you. Took a while to get over that one. I just went down like a bag of shit, you know. Sheila said, "It's dinner time." Sherry said, "Don't think that it's normal for fish." Yeah, I don't think it is either. If not, what are they trying to escape from in that water? Mouse of Doom said, "Next thing you know, our government will tax the air we breathe." Yep. I remember saying that in the 90s, before the carbon tax idea came in. Just because I know how much they tax people, and I don't think it's fair. Darren said, "I don't want the government that doesn't serve the people it governs." Yes, that too. Shannon said, "It's normal. Fish can be herded to shore by dolphins, etc., and make a bait ball. Then sharks, fish, dolphins, etc. swim through the trapped fish." Sherry said, "So they're charging us to breathe." Sherry said, "Lots of people here refusing to pay the taxes. That's a good idea." Mouse of Doom said, "Just like sticks, cats." Darren said, "The air is already taxed with carbon taxes and congestion charges." Hello, Deb. How you going? Mouse of Doom said, "When the government starts taxing my breathing air, I shall hold my breath." Menacing Muskrat said, "Hello all. Do you want to go out?" She's rolling around near the door. Everyone's saying, "Hello, Menacing Muskrat," and "Hello, everyone." Mouse of Doom said, "We're so dumb. We pay the corpse and then we pay some more." Yeah, pay taxes everywhere. Shannon said, "Okay, I'm home. Hello, fam." Menacing Muskrat said, "Boy, are we rocking in daytimes." Mouse of Doom said, "Why do we need income tax when the government can just print or digitally produce more money?" Exactly. Because then it's worthless. Darren said, "They can't, Mouse. The more they print, the more everything costs." Exactly. It's a, yeah. Damned if they do and damned if they don't. Now, Mouse of Doom said, "Darren, yep, inflating the money supply, making our cash worth less and less." Shannon said, "Good, Hev's got a good picture of socks in my jocks, lol." Yeah. I don't think I can put that up on YouTube, Shannon. Mouse of Doom said, "Bitcoin is way up." Is it? Wow. Everyone's saying, "Hit the like." Damn it, Mandy, how you going? Hev, I was about to put your face on the side of a milk carton. Good to see you again. Good to see you too, Mandy. It's good to be back too. Menacing Muskrat said, "Hello, Randy. What's up over there?" Randy said, "Trudeau sucks even more." Darren said he should electrify his pool when not in use. Damn it, Mandy said, "Deb, good evening." Shannon said, "Damn it, Mandy, the pictures on milk cartons was the old school advertising for child trafficking before the interwebs Wayfair deal." Yeah, apparently. Randy said, "Who did Ghislaine Maxwell traffic to?" Yeah, we still don't know, do we? Just picking some hairs off my mic. Damn it, Mandy said, "Fanny Willis is dirty as fuck. Hope she gets convicted for banging that lawyer she hired." Yeah, exactly, and they were banging before she hired him. Darren said, "Thinking of donating money, don't give anything to Church of England. They want to pay $1 billion in reparations for slavery." I wonder if the white slavery will be included in that. Or is it just one colour again? I don't know. I think everybody on earth needs reparations for their governments right now. Give us all the money back. Come on, all of yous. Hand it over. Hand everything over. You go out with a t-shirt and a pair of jocks on. We get everything else. Not that we want their clothes or anything, but we just don't want them to have them, you know? I don't. Menacing Muskrat said, hold your friends close and your enemies closer. Randy said, Trump charged like 45 times. Randy said, Fanny going down. D-Lee said, gotta go, I'll watch the rerun when I get home. Love you all, love you too, D-Lee. Darren said, Randy better than going down on... Oh, yeah. That one, I don't know. Randy said, ooh. Shanna said, I thought Cap was bad for you as well. The vape. No, they're not as bad, apparently, according to doctors. They are not as bad as smoking. And it's a good way to wean off. So, who knows? I'll have a go. See how I go. But when I normally do that through a water pipe, right, you get water in your lungs. You get pleurisy. It's safer that way than the other way for that, definitely. Menacing Muskrat said, Bella is so attentive. Yes. She wants out. Hang on a sec. My hair's probably flat. It's gone funny. Can I get up and let her out? There you go. Off you go. Okay. Oh. Mouse of Doom said, oh, I'm in love. Damn it, Mandy said, is that a pregnant man? I believe so, but I don't think so, because I think he's got gas. Or he's having an allergic reaction to their hormones. Shannon said, vape. Fuck you, autocorrect. Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. Cap. Vape. Smoke beside it. Vape. Darren said, who told these idiots they would turn into women? Who knows? Deb said, yes for the crazies insane asylum. George, how you going? Mouse of Doom said, uh-oh, it's A510? Is it? Menacing Muskrat said, hello, George, how you going? Mouse of Doom said, Hev, is that your TV remote? No, it's my flute, my recorder. You know, yeah. It looks like one. Look at it. It looks like a recorder. So there you go. Okay, where am I up to? There. Deb said, you're looking at a dribbler, Harris. God, she talks to people like they're children, doesn't she? Menacing Muskrat said, we've been working hard before we lose the ice road, 16 hours plus. Oh, Menacing Muskrat. That's it, go hard. Darren said, vaping is not better for you, it's just different in the harm it causes. Well, it doesn't burn the bud. So you get, I believe it is better for you. I've been doing it for a few days and I think it is. See if we can get rid of that cough that's going on with me, hey? Shannon said wet lung. Well, that's exactly what it is. If you do it through a water pipe, well, that's what you're going to get, you know? This one's not as bad. Seriously, it's really not that bad. Randy said get a blue roof. Mouse of Doom said, Darren, true, when I had a bad cough, my mate told me to suck on a lifesaver. I said that's easy for him because he lived near the beach. Oh, Menacing Muskrat said, they really trying to make Trump a black hat? Nisi, how you going? Hello, lovely heaven, all our family. It's so good to be together again. I'm glad I'm back, I'm telling you. Damn it, Mandy said, Texas sure should sue Biden right back. Yes, I believe they should. Deb said, with my mum, if it's not on CN, it's fake news. Oh, yeah, if it's not on mainstream TV, it's fake news to everybody. The people who are still asleep anyway. Let's pray for them waking up. Deb said churches and pubs. Menacing Muskrat said, we're having weird Muslim ads in Canadastan. It's like a call being put out. Oh my goodness, really? Yeah, we're probably going to have that next too, Menacing Muskrat. Randy said Don Cherry replaced by a Paki. Darren said Muskrat, the Muslim invasion is foretold in Jeremiah. George said Islam wants to take over the world. Yeah, that's they have for a long time. Mouse of Doom said, bah, they're all crooks. He couldn't work in a magnet factory? No, definitely not. That person could not work in a magnet factory. In fact, I recommend the employer put magnets up at the door, stop them even walking in the first place. They'd get... Sorry. It's my sense of humour and my weird thinking. Shannon said, I would if it's a camel ride place. Darren said, the prophecy also talks of a land of images and idol worship where the people have become women. There you go. Randy said, want to make a Muslim mad? Get a meat lover pizza and call him MF? Shannon said, crazy eyes. Mouse of Doom said, Hev, all part of the clubs. Yeah, I know. Menacing Muskrat said, Mother Shipton prophecy says the same thing. Women will dress as men. Yes. Yes. I remember that, Menacing Muskrat. Randy said, you see Maricopa County get served and walked out? Ooh, good. Deb said, what's his name? Menacing Muskrat said, the words of the Holy Bible are flying off the page. Wow. Darren said, it's direct from Jeremiah. Muskrat, at the point where Babylon is to be destroyed and the Jews get to return home in peace. Deb said, beautiful puss. Randy said, Elon Musk supporting Trump. Deb's laughing at me. That's good. Darren said, queer Palestine, not Palestinian, not in Palestine. No, only in the West. No, only over here. That's why I said they should go over there and see how they go. Shannon said, mole, Molly, mole, Austin Powers voice. Menacing Muskrat said, Jeremiah also speaks about the destroyer Planet X. I've been reading ancient books, Egyptian manuscripts and Celtic. Darren said, does she think queer Palestine's getting stoned means they're on the wacky backy? Maybe. Shannon said, mole. Deb's laughing at Shannon. Darren said, moly. Flyby Stew, how you going? Wheezy, how you going? Randy said, what's going to happen at Eclipse? I have no idea. Darren said, that passport is fake, is it? I don't know, but we'll find out. I know the lady who signed his birth certificate. What was her name again? Yeah, plane crashed and no one drowned at the time, but then she drowned later. Deb said, America's shutting down over an eclipse. Damn it, Mandy said, oh damn, we always knew he wasn't born in the States. Everyone knows that he wouldn't ever put his birth certificate up. Actually, Trump offered money for him to put his birth certificate up. I think it was Trump offered money? Someone offered him money, but Trump, did ask for his birth certificate. They said no. Shannon said, because you've been asleep at the wheel whilst your country's being destroyed from within. Damn it, Mandy said, good for her. I'm glad she went to a Trump rally to see for herself. A lot of people have went to a rally and changed their mind about him. Yeah, exactly. Flyby Stew said, Menacing Muskrat, I can long no see you. Long time no see. Shannon said, just like you get lower crime rates to stop arresting when you stop arresting people. Yeah, exactly. Darren said, I just got scammed by an online shop, found many people have been scammed by it, but the police won't do anything. They're too busy policing words. Yeah, the real crime's going by the way. You know why? Because it's easier. Police will do the easier job rather than the hard ones. Menacing Muskrat, at least the police these days. Flyby Stew, Menacing Muskrat said, Flyby Stu, been working hard hydro vacuuming before the ice roads come out. My husband is bone tired too. Oh, you need a rest. Then Mandy said they need to disqualify Fanny. She is biased. They'll give ruling in about 2 weeks. I know, Menacing Muskrat, you'll probably get a rest when it's done, eh? If you're anything like, yeah, when you got a job to do, you kind of get it done. Is that how you go? You have to get it done. Menacing Muskrat said, working on well sites. Damn it, Mandy said they need to disqualify Fanny. She is biased. They'll give a ruling in about 2 weeks. Shannon said, what's hydro vacuuming? Randy said, spray water, suck it up. George said, I'm taking out what money I have in my bank account. Good. Menacing Muskrat said, huge trucks usually combo U-bits, well sites. Shannon said, they need to lock up Danish as a criminal. Damn it, Mandy said, we have banks millions of dollars in that bailout. We gave banks millions of dollars in that bailout, and one bank spent $4 million off the top to take their employees on vacation. Yep. That is exactly what, and they give themselves pay rises, CEOs. Deb said, I'd be interested if you could get your money out in cash, George. Deb said, what country are you from, George? Darren said, George, you may get £250 each day limit. George said, I will take out as much money as I can every day. Shannon said, need a blue roof. Flyby Stew said, been a bit under the weather, can't breathe. Oh no, Flyby Stew. I hope you get better soon. We'll pray for you. Deb said, rush on blue paint. George said, I live in the UK, Deb. Darren said, wow, another conspiracy theory becomes fact. Flyby Stew said, George, if you go to post office, you can draw £300 a day. Deb said, hope you get better, Stew. Deb said, honey and lemon hot drink can be soothing. George said, I can get $500 with my bank account. Menacing Muskrat said, Flyby, if you do, warm your feet and put Vicks on it and put heavy socks on, it helps a lot. That's a good idea, Menacing Muskrat. Shannon said, you sure you're not a bit under the water? Flyby Stew, same symptoms. Where'd that go? It just jumped. Oh, shoot. I was way back and didn't even know. Didn't know. Flyby Stew said, I have COPD. I take natural remedies, meds, ginger, lemon, honey. Pray for Stew. Damn it, Andy said, Tiffany A. Henyard is corrupt as fuck. I could talk about her for hours. I know. Mitz Zeltz, do we still need politicians to represent us with instant communication being what it is these days? Darren said, I wish I had my money in gold. It's all gone up a couple of hundred per ounce since last year. That's how the rich stay rich. Deb said, so true, Flyby. Menacing is right. It helps a lot. Damn it, Mandy said she laid one of her police officers around 15,000 in one paycheck, claimed 303 overtime hours in a 2-week period. I hope the police cars get repossessed. They're close to it. Good. Yeah, look, these people need to see justice, seriously. Menacing Muskrat said, Vicks on your feet helps with respiratory. I'm Northern Medic. My guys love my knowledge. Good stuff, Menacing Muskrat. Shannon said, no rumble after show. No. Today I have to ring my daughter. She sounded a bit upset, so I'm not sure what's going on. Carl said, hi all. I haven't sent messages, but I've been listening. Glad you're better, Hev. Love yous all. Luna, how you going? Deb said the royal family is having a lot of sickness. Darren said, I'm getting so annoyed with YouTube today. I've had to reload the page so many times because the screen screws. That happens to me all the time. I was watching a live the other day and it was just like the last couple of comments were missing and it was just the top bits. And it was like, it was really weird. Hey, Pat, how you going? Deb said, crazy show you put up for homework. Yes. See, if I had said that on here, I would have got deleted. Or at least a strike. But that's why I just directed you to someone else's video. Flyby Stew said, anyone seen Dr. John Campbell's latest video? Andrew Brigden has sent a letter to top brass at Scotland Yard demanding investigation into COVID. Have a look at vid, explain. Yeah, they're doing that here too in Australia. Darren said, it's just African slavery, Hev. They think we don't know that Africa sold their own people as slaves. Yeah, I know. Darren said, and Africans took entire Western England villages for their slaves too. Yes, they did. Deb said, how you use the vape. It's how you use the vape. Darren said, that's why we have the Rule Britannia song to celebrate being able to stop them taking us. George said, a lot of the British Navy died trying to end slavery. Shannon said, Ghost took over the show for a sec. Oh, really? LBRY. Oh, no. Little out of focus. Shannon said, Hev Flute looked a little like Britain. You know too much. Looked like Little Britain. You know too much. Deb said, a lady's been transing into a man, but just fell pregnant, but is shocked because she's a man now. Muskrat said, is that for cigarettes? Heaven said, no. No, that's not. It's nice too, actually. Doesn't taste the same. Nothing like it. Luna said, I smoked the wizard's pipe. David said, ahoy from Maine. Hope everyone's having the best day ever. Flyby Stew said, you better be smoking that vape, that our lungs not like gills, lol. Yep, that is what it is. Shannon said, she's blurry. I thought it was my eyes. Have some Vaseline on the lens. No, I don't. Am I clear now? I look clear? It's to me. I don't know. Damn it, Mandy said, they say vaping causes something to develop in the lungs that has the consistency of chicken fat. I have no idea if that's true. Well, the tobacco industry is huge, and I believe they're trying to demonise vapes. They do this all the time. Whatever the mainstream media is saying is bad, it's probably okay. I'm not saying that's exactly how it is, like allegedly, apparently okay, for YouTube's sake, but think the opposite of what the media tell you. Shannon said, lucky Gandalf, Luna. Mouse of Doom said, blurry? Is it still blurry? Deb says, someone who worked for Camel Toe has had enough and is doing mimic of Camel Toe. I find her name. Darren said, Mandy, it's probably because vaping is like self-induced pneumonia. I don't believe it is. Pat said, I heard years ago that blue paint has lead in it. Ooh. Flyby Stew said, was looking at George Calloway, another puppet, but he's anti-WEF. Darren said, a lot of paint used to have lead in it. Yep. I believe the lead was taken out because the Wi-Fi signals couldn't get through. Think about radiation. Think about when you go for x-rays. They wear those lead coats on them, you know. David said, the ground has turned to chowder. Menacing Muskrat said, April 8th. Jonah and 7 Nineveh in USA and Nineveh in Nova Scotia. Canada? Flyby Stew said, what's red and smells like blue paint? Red paint, lol. Oh, David says, been an easy winter for the who? Critters? The critters? Damn it, man, he said, they said Obama was from Hawaii. If that's true, wasn't his birth after Hawaii became part of the United States? I'm not sure. Is it still on? Oh, I'm running out. Oh, no, I'm not. It stays on for 3 minutes and turns itself off. Menacing Muskrat's put a Rumble video in there. Mouse of Doom said, what's black, white, red or either in newspaper? They used to be. David said, moose should be in good shape in the spring. Menacing Muskrat said, in Deception Bites, there's another video on this subject, very interesting. Oh, it's Deception Bites did it, that's right. Darren said, Mandy, I thought it was Obama that he said was born in Hawaii. Yeah, but he's really born in Kenya. Mouse of Doom said, breaking police arrest 22-year-old Ballarat man over Samantha Murphy's suspicious disappearance. Oh, really? Menacing Muskrat said, thumbs it up, folks, thank you. Pat said, I thought it was a nun with a throat cut. Oh, damn it, Mandy said, Darren probably was. Then it became a fact that he was born there, despite his brother always saying he was born in Kenya. Darren said, no, Mouse, it's sunburnt penguin. Mouse of Doom said, Darren, Hev will have us all comedians kicked off the show. Darren said, true, comedy is racist. Mouse of Doom said, Hev, yeah, MSM and Gov sure jumped onto evil vapes real quick. Yeah, they look, anything they're demonising, I think is better for you than what they're protecting. David said, I'm sorry, I've got to go. I live way out in the boonies. I get overload wicker easy. Hope everyone has 420 and chills. Yep, me too. Darren said, Hev, the fact is many things are bad for you. Do what you want. All good if you know the risks. Exactly. Well, I think this is better for me than the way I was doing it because of the cough, okay? That's part of it. Therese said, make my day. So glad you're here, sweetie, dear one. Tweety, dear one. God love you, Therese. Flyby Stew said, Hev, that's exactly true. No lead painting means Wi-Fi can penetrate 5Gs, yeah. Damn it, Mandy said that should say before Hawaii became part of the US. I think his birth is 2 years before Hawaii was part of the US. Darren said today's budget is putting duty on vapes. Shannon said United Nations, UN's helmets are blue. Ooh, there you go. Guys, I'm going to go because I really want to see what my daughter was ringing about. So I'll be back tomorrow. Much love, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going in life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year